have that street event on the day that it was marked as a national holiday. So we are having a lot of free resources, free food, entertainment, a kid zone. We have great vendors and a lot of our community partners.
This is amazing. I grew up in this community, and to be able to open up the street for the community to come and walk back and forth and enjoy themselves is awesome. When I was a kid, I don't remember having this when I was a kid. So, you know, Watts is doing a great job and exposing the holiday to the community and making the community a better place.
Juneteenth means a lot because as African Americans in America, we are always trying to look for a way to let people know how important and how we are in America. And so them recognizing us being freed, this is what it means to be free. Free to be able to have access to all the things that we're supposed to have access to.
It's important to celebrate Juneteenth because for African Americans, this is our 4th of July. Because realistically and technically, July 4th, you know, slavery was still in effect. So Juneteenth represents, you know, the time when the slaves were free. So it represents our independence and our freedom in America.
We need everybody to come out and support not only the community, but support each other as a people. This is a celebration of freedom, not only physically, but mentally. So when we all come together, we can embody that energy to free ourselves of the shackles of slavery, not only from what took place for over 400 years, but slavery of the system that we suffer from today.
It's important for the community to have a day like this to celebrate because this brings about bringing all races together, to be educated on another race. They're saying that, okay, the narrative is that we can't get along, we can't learn from each other, but that's not true. And this is what we're doing today. And today we will have the whole community of Watts that is coming together to make this day a special event.
Did you know Los Angeles is the city with the largest Thai community in the world after Bangkok? 300 Thai missionary monks and city officials came together to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Wat Thai in North Hollywood, which is the first Thai Buddhist temple in the US. Check it out.
We're here at the Wat Thai in North Hollywood, a center of religious and cultural life for the Thai community. And it's so significant to be here because Los Angeles has the largest community of Thai of any city in the world outside of Bangkok. So the Thai community in Los Angeles is fundamental to who we are as a city.
It's a big event because it's like the assembly of all the Thai monks that represent the Thai Buddhists in United States.
We have more than 300 monks come from all over the world, come to participate here. From Europe, from Asia, from Oceania, come to participate in this meeting.
This is a rich and vibrant and ancient culture, and the Wat Thai here in my district for 50 years has been the place that has preserved and promoted that culture. It's also been a place of harmony and peace, not just for the Thai community, but for many others from South Asia, and in fact for all of us in the surrounding community.
So their mission is that they will teach Buddhism to the people who is interested to learn. And we have seen lately that there's increasingly a number of people who is interested to learn the principle of Buddhism.
This is the first Thai Buddhist temple anywhere in the United States. And it was constructed here 50 years ago this year in North Hollywood. So we're celebrating the creation of this marvelous institution. And we're also here to celebrate the 90th birthday of the abbot of this Thai temple.
It's just an honor to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Wat Thai here with Thai Buddhist monks from around the world who are visiting with us.
LA is for everyone, and with June being Pride Month, different events have been taking place around the city to celebrate the LGBTQ+ community. Venice held a colorful Pride Festival with live music, face painting, hula hooping, and local vendors making Venice louder and prouder than it's ever been. Let's take a look.
Venice Pride is a celebration of the community. We're all about diversity, acceptance, and inclusion. Venice has always been historically a place for everyone, and we're really encouraging everyone to be who you are, be your true, authentic selves.
My first Pride event, and I was really excited because I've never been around this many gay people in my life. It's not really accepted where we're from, so I'm really happy to be here where it is accepted, and it's a first for me.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration of life. It's a celebration of community and people coming together. You can see we have our flag flying high, and it's just important to celebrate life and our families and who we are and our chosen families, and that's what this is.
Visibility as a queer person isn't just about, look at me, I'm fabulous, it's safety. We come from a time in which if you did not have numbers, you would be ostracized, you would be fired, you would be harmed, you would be kicked out of communities and society. So to come together and have this visual representation to say, look, community, we are here together, we love you already.
It's one of the most important things because we have the right and the ability to acknowledge what we fought so hard for, what everybody through the years have fought so hard for. It's just love and community. It brings us all together.
Venice has always had a very loud, proud queer community on the boardwalk, prides, marches, parades, and everything, but this kind of festival is the first one of its kind. And out of the pandemic, this is a very exciting time. I think everywhere is kind of realizing how important and special it is to congregate and be together coming out of the pandemic. So louder and prouder than it's ever been is what it feels like now.
Our City of Angels is better because of the women and men who help keep our water and power systems running safely and smoothly. The LADWP held a solemn event to honor the workers who perished in the line of duty, adding their names to the memorial monument as a sign of gratitude for their service to our city.
Today we're here to update the LADWP Fallen Employee Memorial, adding 3 new names to the memorial.
Vincent Martinez, Don DeYoung, and Michael Lemester.
This is a monument that commemorates the 221 members of this employee upon whose names we have records of having perished in the line of duty.
These are the names of missed fathers and husbands, sons and daughters, cherished friends, colleagues, city workers.
We do not want these names to be buried in the background because this is part of who we are, it's part of our history, and it's important that we remember this and always keep it in the forefront of our minds.
The city wouldn't have been built, would not have grown, and could not sustain itself without the workers of DWP.
When there's storms or heat waves, when you wouldn't want to be outside, you shouldn't be outside, that's when our people respond.
For 24 hours a day, whether it's 30 degrees or 105 degrees, they're in the field, climbing poles, fixing generators, maintaining our facilities, going down into holes on the hottest of days when literally we had the lines melting. They've missed meals with their families, dance recitals and Little League games. Our City of Angels is better because of these men and women, and we owe them everything for the sacrifices they made to this city.
There is no better feeling than having your voice heard and solutions delivered. Our own Maria Hall-Brown sat down with LA Civil Rights Executive Director Capri Maddox to discuss the city's first participatory budget program, LA Repair. LA Repair will dedicate $8.5 million to help 9 underserved areas in Los Angeles, with community members making decisions on how to spend the money. Here's that story.
I think we can all agree that there is something so empowering and uplifting when your voice is heard and people truly listen, which is why I'm delighted to be joined today by Capri Maddox, here to talk about an incredible program, LA Repair. So nice to have you here, Capri.
Thank you for having me, Maria.
Thanks. LA Repair is pretty much the umbrella title to a bucket of money that is going to be distributed amongst certain areas of Los Angeles.
Yes.
So how does it work exactly?
These repair funds, through the participatory budgeting process, will provide an opportunity for $8.5 million to be shared for over 9 repair zones in the city of Los Angeles. And these are areas that are underserved, that have suffered a number of wrongs in the past. So we want to be intentional with the support of the mayor and city council to make sure that we lift those communities and create a level playing field for all Angelenos.
What have you seen so far? And if you could imagine a perfect outcome for this LA Repair project, what would you hope to see within these regions that have been, these areas that have been designated?
Maria, what we want to do is to be present and intentional with communities in need. And we want to show them that we see you, we hear you, and we're ready to make a difference. And we're going to do it with you and your input to make your community better, because who knows their communities better than the people that live there?
So what's the time frame of this whole thing?
We actually are going to start this work in the Mission Hills, Panorama City, North Hills area, that's one area, and then we'll have Boyle Heights as the second area, and our third area is Southeast Los Angeles, and that is South LA, just east of the 110 freeway. We will actually have the advisory committees submit all of their applications by July 1st. So if you want to participate and to be an advisory committee member, you need to submit your application to repair.lacity.org by July 1st.
Well, I can't wait to hear how all this plays out. It's very exciting. So congratulations on all of it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maria.
Keep
the faith, keep the fight.
I will, absolutely. Thank you.
Attend the free Shakespeare Festival in Griffith Park. Admire classic vehicles at the Port of LA, or celebrate the 4th of July with a drone light show. All this up next on Things to Do. Griffith Park welcomes theater lovers to enjoy free Shakespeare theater performances during the summer. The Shakespeare Festival 2022 will kick off the season with The Night of the Burning Pestle, a play by Francis Beaumont, a friend of Shakespeare. Family audiences will have a chance to enjoy this unique outdoor comedy produced by the independent Shakespeare Company at the Old Zoo on Crystal Springs Drive. The Night of the Burning Pestle will be performed from July the 2nd until July the 31st from Wednesday to Sunday at 7 p.m. To attend, you can register online by visiting iscla.org. The Port of Los Angeles, after a 2-year hiatus, is bringing back the popular patriotic event Cars and Stripes Forever. If you are a classic vehicle lover, be sure to attend this free, fun, and family-friendly event where you can admire more than 100 pre-1975 classic cars and motorcycles. There will also be live musical performances, as well as food trucks and a beer garden. The event will finish with a dazzling fireworks presentation. Cars and Stripes Forever is a free event open to families and people of all ages, taking place on Friday, July the 1st from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the LA waterfront. To make getting there easier, there will be low-cost parking at Harbor Boulevard and 1st Street and a free shuttle to and from downtown San Pedro. For more details, check out the community tab at portoflosangeles.org. The Hanson Dam will have the city's first ever sponsored drone light show to celebrate the 4th of July. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez is inviting Angelinos to attend this free light show, which will also feature live music, local food, and resource booths. Everyone is welcome to attend. The Hansen Dam 4th of July Drone Light Show will take place on Monday, July the 4th, from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Hansen Dam Soccer Fields located at 11658 Foothill Boulevard in Lakeview Terrace. For more information, check out the Events tab at Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez's website at cd7.lacity.org. And that's a look at some things to do. And that's it for this edition. I am Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Usar fuegos artificiales o cohetes ilegales no es seguro ni tampoco sano.
Cada 4 de julio pienso en los niños que están ansiosos o son heridos por fuegos artificiales o cohetes.
Me preocupa nuestra gente. Algunos son veteranos. A unos les existen traumas de eventos que sufrieron sirviendo en nuestro país.
Me preocupa que nuestros albergues para mascotas serán inundados con tantas mascotas que huyen lejos, aterrorizados por los cohetes.
Evite una multa o arresto. Deje los fuegos artificiales para los profesionales.
Este año pensemos en nuestros niños.
Este año piensa en nuestras mascotas.
Hay que pensar en nuestros vecinos y dejen los fuegos artificiales a los profesionales.
Lleve su familia a un espectáculo público de fuegos artificiales y tenga un feliz 4 de julio.
Good morning and welcome to the meeting of the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Tuesday, June 28th. I'm Nuria Martinez, the President of the City Council. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield present.
Bonin.
Bonin present.
Buscaino. Absent. Cedillo. Absent. De Leon. Harris Dawson. Absent. Kretz. Absent. Krikorian.
Here.
Lee. Martinez.
Present.
O'Farrell.
Present.
Price.
Here.
Rahman. Rodriguez. Absent. Wesson.
Here.
10 members present and a quorum, Madam President.
First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of June 24th, 2022.
Mr. O'Farrell moves and Mr. Blumenfield seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Mr. Bonin moves and Mr. Krikorian seconds. Next.
Madam President, today is Tuesday and it's time for the flag salute.
Mr. Rahman, can you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please rise, place your hand over your heart and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Madam Clerk, let's go ahead and run through the agenda.
Madam President, would council like all items to go forthwith today?
Without objection, that would be the order. Next.
Madam President, there are several requests. There is a request to continue items 3, 28, 29, 31, 32, 35 through 38 to June 29, 2022. Also, there is a request to continue item 30 and 50 to August 2nd, 2022.
Okay, without objection, that will be the order. Next.
Items 1 and 2 are items noticed for public hearing. Items 3 through 34 are items which public hearings have been held. The committee report for item 34 has been submitted and is online under council file number 22-0732. Items 35 through 53 are items which public hearings have not been held. Items 54 through 57 are closed session items considered by the Budget and Finance Committee. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Okay, without objection, members, those items are now before us. You wish to call any of these items special? Mr. Wesson.
Continue item 1.
You want to continue item 1 to a day?
So for 45 days?
For 45 days?
Yes.
Madam Clerk, what day is that?
That would be August 16, 2022.
Okay, without objection. Thank you. Mr. O'Farrell?
President, items 18 and 19 special for comments, please.
Okay, items 18 and 19 for Mr. O'Farrell. Mr. Lee?
Just like to remind the chair that I need to, on the advice of the city attorney, recuse myself from item number 11 because I serve on hospital boards. And if we can call 10 for a separate vote, and also request if we can reopen public comment for item number 10. We've gotten some requests from organizations that were not able to speak when we heard this last week.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lee. Mr. Blumenfield?
Thank you. 2 items calling special for amendment. Item 17, and I can read the amendment.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
It's basically instruct the Bureau of Sanitation in partnership with BOS's Biodiversity Expert Council and the Department of City Planning as part of their regular convenings to identify strategies to effectuate Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy's Eastern Santa Monica Mountains Natural Resource Protection Plan, which identifies lands for conservation and indicates both known and probable habitat linkage wildlife travel routes between otherwise disconnected habitat blocks.
Second.
Second by Mr. Bonin. You have another amendment for another item?
Not on that item, on item 30.
Item 30? Item 30 has been continued.
Oh, okay.
Madam Clerk, that's been continued to tomorrow, is that correct?
No, August 2nd, item 30 is continued to August 2nd.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rahman?
I'd like to call item 17 special for comments and item 53 for a verbal amendment, which I believe the city attorney will be able to read into the record.
Okay, thank you. Mr. City Attorney? And this is item 53, is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. City Attorney, can you read the amendment on item 53 for Ms. Rahman, please?
Yes, sorry. So it's a simple technical change. So it should read authorize a reserve fund loan in the amount of $1,494,777.49. So it's literally the addition of the numeral 7 in the $ row before 0.49 cents.
Okay, is there a second on this amending motion? Second by Mr. De Leon. Do you have any other items, Ms. Rahman?
Very much.
Mr. De Leon?
Thank you very much, Madam President. I would like to call item number 25 for amendments. Those amendments are being circulated right now as we speak. I want to thank you very much for your second, Madam President.
So for item 25, the motion is to amend the item to include the following additional recommendations. A, instruct the Department of Transportation, DOT, in coordination with Metro to report within 30 days with an analysis of the annual projected revenue per sign location over the life of the proposed memorandum of understanding, including the location of any new signs that will be located in or facing towards the Metro-defined equity-focused community. B, instruct the city administrative officer in coordination with the chief legislative analyst to report in 30 days on potential revenue distribution strategies that ensure revenue generated by the TCN program is invested back into the communities that are most impacted by the installation of the new signage, and with recommendations for the creation of an annual expenditure plan created in consultation with affected council districts. And finally, C, instruct the planning department in consultation with the city attorney to prepare a report with recommendations as part of the draft ordinance preparation with a comparison of the proposed signage takedown ratios under the TNC program and the draft offsite sign ordinance, and the overall compatibility of the TNC program with the city's mobility plan, plan for a healthy Los Angeles, and any other applicable elements of the city's general plan.
Okay, what is the second on this amending motion for this item? Who's the second? Mr. Dillon, do you have a second on your amending motion on 25? Mr. Blumenfield? Thank you. Members, are there any other specials? Mr. Blumenfield?
Sorry, two more things on behalf of Mr. Marquise Harris Dawson. One, he'd like to, and I'm asking that we continue 27 until tomorrow. And second, on 30, we had continued it to August 2nd, but he would like us to continue it to tomorrow instead. So continuing 27 and 30 until tomorrow.
Items 27 and 30?
Yes.
Okay. Until tomorrow. Mr. City Attorney, can you clarify item 30 for Mr. Blumenfield, please? Mr. Blumenfield?
On 27 and 30, could we make those Friday instead of tomorrow to make it easier for administration?
So you're requesting for 27 to be continued to tomorrow?
No, 27 and 30, both 27 and 30 to continue them until Friday.
Until Friday, okay. There's been a request by Mr. Blumenfield to continue items 27 and 30 until Friday, July 1st. Without objection, that will be the order. Members, are there any other specials? Okay, Madam Clerk, which are the available items for us to vote on?
Madam President, that would be 4 through 9,
4 through 9,
12 through 16, 20 through 24, number 26, 33, and 34.
Okay, let me repeat that one more time. Items 4 through 9, items 12 through 16, items 20 through 24, item 26, item 33, and item 34. Let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
10 ayes.
Let's go ahead and move on to item number 10. This item, the public comment has been satisfied. If you wish to speak on this item, you can go ahead and do it during general public comment, but we're going to take up this vote now. Let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
8 ayes, 2 noes.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue item 11 until tomorrow. And again, if you wish to speak on item 11, you can also do so during general public comment.
Madam President, for the record, items with cards include items 39, 40, 41, 42, 45 through 49, 51, 52, and 53. Council may vote on the closed session items now. That would be 54 through 57.
Okay, Mr. Gregorian, would you like to speak on any of the closed session items, 54 through 57?
Thank you, Madam President. Each of these items are each of these items is a routine settlement that has been considered by Budget and Finance, and committee recommends approval of the city attorney's recommendations as to each, and those can be taken up now unless members have questions or concerns.
Why don't you go read those settlements into the record, please?
Yes, Madam President. Item 54, in the case entitled Brenda Nix versus City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to expend up to $1.3 million in settlement. Item 55, in the case entitled Miguel Cias et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $1.4 million in settlement. Item 56, in the case entitled John Slezak versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement. Finally, item 57, in the case entitled Rafael Villarruel, an individual versus LAUSD, a public entity et al., there is a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement.
Okay, members, let's prepare to vote on these items, items 54 through 56.
57, Madam
I'm sorry,
President.
57. Let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote. Okay, members, we're going to move into public comment at this time. If I can have Dr. K.R. Truthbay come forward, please. Are you here? You've requested to speak in general public item 38, and items 40 through 48. You can go ahead and start with your items.
Okay, I want to go over the Homeless and Poverty Committee, particularly community investment for Families Department, the Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report, the CAPER report from 2021. Our main concern as social homeless service providers to have equity in order for us to house the homeless properly. That has not been given. But what's interesting is that you had on your agenda that you are instructing CIFD to work in collaboration with other city departments to adopt a citywide poverty definition to be used in all city programs. And you also have a direct for CIFD to convene a working group to continue collaborating with all departments. Number 3 is the most important one, to instruct CIFD to identify and collaborate with academic experts and research to conduct literatures to identify data-backed risk factors, blah, blah, blah. So the data that's given to LAHSA is not being used, or is it used to actually house the homeless? Well, what I do see with CIFD, when I looked on their website, that you have leadership team. You have Abigail Marquez, Lyndon Salvador, Veronica McDonald, Ruth Mendoza Rodriguez, Rosa Benavides, Jacqueline Rodriguez, Julie O'Leary, none of which are African American. None. Is there a reason for that? When you have homelessness and poverty that at least reign 42% African American, we have to have leadership that reflects that. Secondly, in page 15 in last year's CAPER report, they had no data reported for minority business or contracts for women in business. There's a reason why we came to you last week and told you that the homeless director did not follow through with us getting capacity building or HMIS. Now, if we are being blocked, I'm talking about black women, that are being blocked from being service providers, but yet we are on your website. If you look at CIFD's website, you'll see us as the clients. You see us as the happy, nappy family getting housing, but yet we are not on a leadership team, and you only have 2 black people for the commission. There's a problem there. So if we're talking about racial equity and diversity, you have to follow through with the complaints that we are not getting fair treatment from LAHSA. Nobody gave us a call back. Where is Matthew Tenchavez? Can I have him here, please, to explain to me why he couldn't identify us on the IRS website? There is still no response, and when this delay is given to us, it shows that we are not equal. We are tired again being used as data, but we're not at the contracting table. Enough is enough. So I'm going to ask you for the last time to please give us equity so we can house the homeless and remove the tents, right? I have this.
Do you want to go ahead and take up your minute of general public comment?
Sure.
You've got 1 minute left. Do you have something to hand over?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a handout?
Yes,
Can
Madam
you please
President.
give it to our sergeants? Can you please take the handout and make sure it gets distributed? And then you go ahead, you have 1 more minute, you can speak in general public comment.
This is for everyone else. Not everyone has one.
Go ahead.
Okay, so a lackluster report of LAHSA's state of homelessness premiered June 22nd. Did anybody see it? You need to watch it. 37 minutes of LAHSA directors looking like they're half asleep at the wheel. You have Christina Dixon that looks sedated, Molly Wiseman that is wonderful, but then you have 2 other speakers as well. You have Kenneth Chauncey, that is a senior youth initiative for LAHSA, and you have Carter Hughley, who's United Way Director of Homeless Strategies. They all speaking about the shortages of what their issues they're facing, lack of emergency shelters. These are the things that I said are hypocritical when you have people over and over again giving you the solution. So we're asking whoever authorized the video of Lasa's state of homelessness last week needs to be fired. This is a shame to have leader representative shown in this video, and Lasa could not even be prepared to even look like they're awake to give this performance.
Thank you.
So please, let's do better.
The next speaker is Arnold Sachs. Mr. Sachs, are you here? Mr. Sachs, you are speaking in general public comment and items 35 through 39 and 45 through 53. Go ahead. Start with your items and then move into general public comment.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Arnold Sachs. So I see there's almost 53 items on your agenda today, and I didn't really get a chance to count how many of these items include community impact statement, but I doubt there's more than 3 of them that that include any kind of community input, which is getting really sad. I think you ought to get involved with your community, the people that live in the community. I'm reading about some family and childhood poverty program that LA is planning to eliminate childhood poverty and family poverty by 2035. And I don't see that happening. I see it going backwards. You know why? Because you sat around for 1 year while the government was shut down, and we have this other item about Metro. And which Metro are you talking about? There's several different Metro corporations, and it's just a scam to steal public money. You've been building a rail line out to the airport for over 40 goddamn years, and you're still not finished with it. And they spent over $1.6 billion on updating the airport when it started out at about $25 million. And that's like 5 times that amount. Who's getting the fucking money? You got an answer? Nah, we ain't got no answer. And I'm wondering about this PATH program, because there's a PATH program for the County Health Service program, and there's a PATH program for Metro. And the difference is the Metro program has better benefits. And you get into Metro with better benefits, and you move up the ladder. But again, you have Metropolitan Transportation Authority, and you have the Metropolitan Transportation Authority Corporation. So which Metro is Metro? And then, of course, you have the private bus operators. You have MV Transportation and First Transit. So who's paying for the buses? And then you have the $30 million that the Metro drivers got before this virus even broke out. Who's getting the money? Where's it coming from? God damn, you guys are crazy. What else we got here? We have an uplifting program going on. I'm concerned. This lady's talking about equity and fucking homeless, and we had the best plan ever with the Affordable Care Act, and nobody said anything. We had 15,000 people signed up. Where'd that goddamn money?
Go on to general, please.
Give him his 1 minute.
All right, general public comment. I'm a little bit concerned because people are going after Artie Moreno in Anaheim, and nobody's going after Mark Ridley Thomas and the $640 million he took from the Affordable Care Act because they signed up those 15,000 people on Skid Row. And I remember somebody coming into the County Board of Supervisors and talking about saying to Mark Ridley Thomas, "These are your people, Mark Ridley Thomas. Why don't you do something?" I think her name was something about Desire. And I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she had a change of name or a change of heart. But I think it's more about equity, not equity, equality. You need to come up with a program, and the Affordable Care Act would have worked. It's still a viable program. And you don't want to be concerned because Mark Ridley Thomas owns every goddamn
thank you very
thing
much.
like the voting.
Thank you, Mr. Sachs. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sachs.
Mr. Arnold Sachs, thank you. Can you please take a seat? Thank you very much. The next speaker is Alvin Medina. Is Alvin Medina here? You signed up to speak in general public comment.
Council members, I'm a CNA at Southern California Hospital, Hollywood, and I'm here to express my support for passing a healthcare workers minimum wage as an ordinance. As a CNA, we have more patient contact than anyone else in the hospital, and yet we are among the lowest paid. We are all struggling with the high inflation right now. I have a coworker who is getting evicted. He just had a baby, but he is behind on his power and his gas bills, and he is making $16.25 an hour as a CNA. He's been working nonstop to make ends meet and make sure he can pay for diapers and milk. With the cost of living in Los Angeles, $16.25 could never be enough. I believe it is wrong for any working person to struggle to meet their most basic needs. That is why I urge you to support the healthcare workers minimum wage to return and recognize outstanding healthcare workers in this city. Stop calling us heroes when you treat us like zeros.
The next speaker is Brittany Everidge. Good morning, and you're speaking in general public comment.
Yes, hi, I'm Brittany Everidge. Thank you, council members. So again, I am a word clerk transcriber at Kaiser Permanente LAMC. I'm also a resident of Los Angeles for 32 years. I am here to again express my support for passing a healthcare workers minimum wage as an ordinance. I was here last week, and again, I'm going to say it, now that the international coverage is no longer focused on us, that the pandemic has kind of calmed down, it seems like no one cares about the healthcare workers anymore. We do still feel underappreciated. We put our lives on the line every single day, whether there's cameras on us or not, and we deserve to be making enough money to feed our families, okay? We get up and we take care of the city, we take care of the people, your families, everyone in here's family, and we're not making enough money to pay our bills. So we have coworkers that are picking up second jobs, and our focus should be on saving lives. That's what we took an oath to do, and that's what we get up and do every day. So, I urge you to continue to support the healthcare workers minimum wage to retain and recognize outstanding healthcare workers in our city. We are essential and we do matter. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is James Nichols. James Nichols, are you here? Anyone here with that name, James Nichols? Okay, I'm going to move on to the next speaker. The next speaker is Jessica Antondo. You signed up to speak in general public comment. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jessica Tondo. Thank you, council members. I'm an appointment clerk at Kaiser Woodland Hills. During the pandemic, I worked in environmental services in our COVID unit. I'm here to express my support for passing healthcare workers minimum wage as an ordinance. I made personal sacrifices during the pandemic to keep things safe for patients and staff. I often work double shifts, and I'm sad to say that the last 2 years with my child are a blur. I was working just to make ends meet. We are constantly short-staffed. The work is intense. Everybody's job inside the hospital is vital, and it takes all of us to care for you and your loved ones. Healthcare workers making $19 an hour isn't enough to pay for healthcare. It is absolutely not enough for food, gas, power, and all the life essentials. However, At $19 an hour, I make too much to qualify for public assistance. It's an impossible situation to be in. There is no opportunity to save money for a car or to pay for things my daughter needs for school, let alone the things the mother longs to give her child summer camp or after-school programs. Healthcare workers deserve to be paid for fair wages, especially with the conditions we work in. We shouldn't struggle to meet the most of our basic needs. That is why I urge you to support healthcare workers' minimum wage to retain and recognize outstanding healthcare workers in our city. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Josh Gray Emmer. Anybody here with that name? Good morning. You signed up to speak on item number 40.
Yes, thank you. My name's Josh. This should be a really simple item. It's a bunch of parking lots, and we desperately need housing. This is the Tax Restaurant. Even the owner of the restaurant cannot survive without the new construction. They have requested, and I hope that you will honor their request, to be the new tenants in the new building that's being built. We do not need parking lots. We need housing. Simple as that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next speaker is Jose Barrera. Are you here? You signed up to speak on general public comment.
Members of the City Council, my name is Jose Barrera. I'm here representing California League of United Latin American Citizens, the nation's oldest and largest Latino civil rights organization, in support of the healthcare workers minimum wage. As we know, LA City has a population of nearly 50% of Latinos. Our essential workers and our communities of color are the ones who have been in the front line of this pandemic. They've been risking their lives and putting themselves at risk day in, day out, working, short-staffed, and looking for ways to make ends meet. Right now, to live in Los Angeles is extremely expensive for our communities. Our healthcare workers struggle as inflation keeps rising. Therefore, I ask for you to support this healthcare worker minimum wage ordinance tomorrow, and I applaud you for voting in favor last week. Thank you.
The next speaker is Tracy Mercer. You signed up to speak on item 47 and general public comment. You have 1 minute for each. So why don't you start with your item 47, please?
Great. I'm going to combine them and save time for everyone. My name's Tracy. I'm a longtime downtown resident. I've rented for 9 years. I've owned here. I spoke to you guys earlier before, and I want to thank you very much for funding the Circle responders. I think it's so crucial with what's going on in our neighborhood. I want to encourage you as you move forward with this program to be transparent about where they're going to be patrolling. Work with us in the community who live here. We know where we need your help, and we really, really hope that you will make sure that these Circle responders will be in the widest possible swath so that all of our community is taken care of. Because we really need the help right now, as you know. Thank you very much.
The next speaker is Jose Sanchez. You signed up to speak under general public comment.
Good morning, council members. My name is Jose Sanchez. I'm a lead transporter at Cedars-Sinai. I was born and raised in LA, and I've been living here my whole life. I'm here to express my support for passing a healthcare worker minimum wage as an ordinance. I'm a veteran and served in the United States Marine Corps for 10 years. I went to Afghanistan, Iraq in 2001, 2003. I've been through many challenges in my life. I've been homeless after I got out of the military, and now I feel like I'm headed back in that direction once again. It's tough during these times with inflation and gas prices at an all-time high. I can barely put food on the table for my family. It's embarrassing to say, but I've been taking out loans to stay afloat and keep a roof above my family. I started to default on some loans, and it's getting to the point where I cannot keep doing it. They call us healthcare heroes, but never receive the recognition. During the peak of the pandemic, my coworkers and I stacked bodies of deceased patients in trailers.
Thank you, Speaker.
Because we ran out of room in the morgue. As someone who suffers
Speaker?
from
Thank you.
Your
Thank
time
you.
is up. Just wrap it up.
Thank you. You know, us healthcare workers need help, and
Thank
we
you.
need to pass this healthcare worker minimum wage.
Thank you. The next speaker is Heather Fox. You signed up to speak on item 52. You may begin.
"806 North Edinburgh Avenue is my home, and I was thrilled to discover it was designed by none other than S. Charles Lee, one of the most prolific theater architects in the West. I'm excited to discover more about his early career, building homes for working class families, a story that continues to be relevant in today's world. There are no words to express how incredibly grateful I am to Councilmember Koretz for initiating the HCM nomination of my home. Thank you for taking such great care for your communities, wherever you are, sir, for my community, and for continuing to advocate for preservation and working to keep LA history alive."
Thank you.
The next speaker is Stephen Luftman. You signed up to speak on item 52.
Thank you, Stephen Luffman. I want to thank Councilmember Koretz for bringing this motion forward. Architect S. Charles Lee was the child of immigrants. He is one of Los Angeles' most important architects. This building is a rare example of his work in multifamily housing. Its preservation is important to our great city's history. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Nicole Carlson. Nicole Carlson, are you here? Nicole Carlson, there's no one here by that name. The next speaker is Rodney Angela. Rodney Angela. No one here with that name. The next speaker is Dale Kendall. You signed up to speak on item 52.
Correct. I would like to thank our council member, Paul Koretz, for the motion to initiate the start of an HCM process for the S. Charles Lee property. It's an excellent example of his early work, and I would like to thank the commission for their time today. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Ray Patel. You signed up to speak on general public comment.
Yes, here for Agenda 10. I realize it's passed, and I'm president of Northeast Los Angeles Hotel Owners Association. Our association represents the mom-and-pop immigrant-owned hotels throughout the city of Los Angeles, mainly owned by Indian, Chinese, and Korean owners. And we'd like a carve-out from this ordinance that's going to go into effect in 30 days. The limited service market is different from the high-end full-service market. Our only revenue source is room rental. And you will hear from President Laura Lee Blake from the Asian American Hotel Owners Association that represents 65% of the hotels for the limited market in America. And she'll give you the breakdown, but right in front of you is the distribution of that breakdown. You can look at it and she'll explain it to you. So let me explain the life of a limited service hotel owner. Our families came to Los Angeles as immigrants. We worked and we bought these properties. And oftentimes we lived there. So as far as housekeeping, front desk, and maintenance is concerned, our members work at these properties, and we've done this work before.
Thank
and
you.
we do it today.
Thank
so
you.
we understand why you want to pass this ordinance, but we can't afford it.
Sir, your time
Our
is
only
up.
revenue is room rental.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I just have the public, please, no, excuse me. Can we just have the public be respectful? Everybody has a chance to sign up and speak and voice their opinion. We just need to keep the decorum in this council chambers. Thank you. The next speaker is Keith Nakata. You signed up to speak on item 52. Good morning.
Good morning. Keith Nakata, speaking in support of item 52, 806 Edinburgh Avenue. This multifamily building was designed by master architect S. Charles Lee, who also designed such LA landmarks as the Tower Theater, now adaptively reused as the Apple Store on Broadway. We also want to thank Councilmember Koretz for initiating this action that's before you today. Thank you.
The next speaker is Alex Wu. Sir, is Alex Wu here? Okay, Alex Wu is not in the room. Next speaker is Maddie Ruffin. Maddie? Maddie, you signed up to speak in general public comment.
Yes. Hi, my name is Maddie Ruffin. Thank you, Council President and Councilman. I am a nursing assistant in Kaiser West LA, and I've worked there for 16 years. I'm here to express my support for passing the healthcare worker minimum wage as an ordinance. I'm here because healthcare workers are dealing with housing insecurity, and we need to sound the alarm. People are leaving the industry, and this is making the staffing even worse. I have co-workers who live in their cars and have purchased gym memberships to 24-hour fitness so they can have somewhere to shower and bathe. These are gainfully employed members. We were working in the trenches in hazardous working conditions without adequate PPE, experiencing burnout, depression, and yet we do not have enough to make ends meet. Why should healthcare workers be relegated to a sector of society to expect us to work on less than it is to live? The city homeless crisis is due in part to the fact that people are not getting paid enough. Working people live livable wage. Please support the minimum wage.
Thank you, Speaker. Time is up. Thank you. The next speaker is Ramona Partida. Ramona? Anybody here with that name, Ramona Partida? Okay, there doesn't appear to be that person in the room. Next speaker, Danielle Wilson. Danielle Wilson. Danielle Wilson. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next speaker. Bridget McConaughey. Bridget McConaughey, are you here? Bridget? Can I move on to the next speaker? Dave Regan. Dave, you signed up to speak in general public comment.
Good morning, Madam President, council members. My name is Dave Reagan. I'm the president of SEIU UHW, Healthcare Workers Union across California with over 100,000 members, including many of my friends and colleagues and coworkers here in the Los Angeles area. I'm here today to urge you to support the healthcare worker minimum wage as an ordinance. As you've heard from others, this is a workforce that is struggling. It is a workforce that is exhausted. It is a workforce that really has been traumatized by this pandemic. This is also an opportunity for Los Angeles to play an incredible leadership role, both in California and I think in even a larger way to recognize that it is time for all of the reasons that you've heard, inflation, gas prices, housing prices, to treat healthcare heroes in the way that they deserve to be treated. Let's do the right thing. Let's support this ordinance. Thank you very much for your consideration, and thank you to healthcare workers across the state.
The next speaker is Laura Lee Blake. You signed up to speak in general public comment. Go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Laura Lee Blake. I am president and CEO of AHOA. AHOA has more than 20,000 members who own 65% of all hotels across the country and across the great city of Los Angeles. Many of our members are immigrants from India. The majority of their hotels are in the limited service and economy brands. We are here today because we have concerns about the ordinance to require daily housekeeping. We passed out a sheet. You can see that for a $100 room night, up to 97% is already being paid out in fees, taxes, operating expenses. To add daily housekeeping services means there will be nothing left. So on behalf of our AHOA members who are here today, we ask you to please stay this vote or to send it to the ballot. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Lisa Floyd. You signed up to speak in general public comment. Go ahead.
Okay, hello, my name is Lisa Floyd. I'm a lab assistant for Kaiser West Los Angeles. I've worked there for 32 years. And Los Angeles, I've lived here all my life. And I'm here to express my support in making the healthcare workers minimum wage an ordinance. We work, I get paid bi-weekly. So the second week after paying bills, buying food, just normal necessities that we need to make our everyday living, I can't even afford to buy gas to get to work come Wednesday. I'm sitting here struggling. We have people, my coworkers, that are literally calling out because they can't afford to buy gas to get to work. This is just crazy. I mean, we have EVS workers cleaning the hospital from top to bottom, COVID, any other disease, anything else that you can think of. And they're working 20, 30 years, and their kids work at Target, and they make more money than they do. This is ridiculous. We need help. Please, 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 I urge you, to make this minimum wage go through.
The next speaker is Luz Rojas. You signed up to speak in general public comment.
Yes, thank you. My name is Lucy Rojas. Thank you to the council members. I'm a separate representative at Kaiser Woodland Hills, where I have worked for 36 years and resident of Los Angeles for 47 years. I'm here to express my support for passing healthcare workers minimum wage as an ordinance. As a service representative, I make sure that the patients are given quality service. Throughout the pandemic, I have heard from coworkers about the struggles created by short staffing and low wages, causing many to leave our facilities for better paying jobs. It creates a domino effect where the workers who are still end up taking more patients with no increase in pay and almost at the breaking point. Environmental service who make sure the rooms are clean and sanitized between patients sometimes struggles to finish because they don't have enough staff. And they have to add the stress when they get home and not being able to afford the rising cost of living in Los Angeles and support their families. No essential worker should have to struggle like this. I urge you to support and recognize this ordinance for outstanding healthcare workers. Thank you.
The next speaker is Isela Ramos. Isela Ramos, are you here? Okay, I don't see Isela Ramos in the room. The next speaker is Jordan Fine, or Fine. Jordan? Jordan Fine? Okay, I don't see that person here. The next speaker is Juan Munoz. Juan Munoz. I don't see Juan Munoz in the room. Next speaker. The next speaker is Manoj Patel. You are speaking in general public comment.
Thank you to the council, particularly item 10. I know it's been voted for. My name is Manoj. I represent San Gabriel Valley Hospitality Association, 82-member hotel organization. And I know it's been voted, but the hotel worker ordinance really impedes our ability to compete. Our only source of revenue is room rates. We give out free parking, free Wi-Fi, free phone usage, but plenty of good service at a good, reasonable rate. Those good, reasonable rates also translate into our base, the residents and the local tourists looking for reasonable rates, and those savings also allow our guests to spend money in local restaurants and tourist attractions around LA. We're the first choice of accommodations for family attendings. That includes quinceañeras, graduations, family visits to hospitals, and other non-corporate travel trips. We do not have additional revenue streams. I know it's been voted, but I hope you carve out this ordinance and give this industry a chance to survive. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Maria Hernandez. Maria Hernandez, are you here? Maria Hernandez is not in the room. The next speaker is Peter Kwan. Peter, are you here? You have signed up for general public comment.
Yes, I'm speaking on item 10 for the hotel initiative. I am also a minority in the city of Los Angeles, and we have a family business that we fight every day to stay afloat. You know, we don't have, like they said, my colleagues before me, other revenues to turn on. But there, and I won't speak further on this, and I just let everybody else say their piece. But the one thing that I think got failed to mention is the increase in water usage. You know, my hotel, you know, if you want me to do daily cleaning, I'm gonna have to run 3 60-pound washers for 8 hours, each machine using 50 gallons of water per cycle. And we're trying to conserve water, we're trying to be green, we're doing everything we can to be green. Our customers want us to be green. Some of our customers don't want everyday cleaning. So I'm hoping you guys will consider the water usage and the conservation. You have hotels like the Bonaventure with
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, your time is up.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Okay, members, that concludes public comment for today's meeting. Let's go ahead and vote on the following items. Items 2, item 39 through 49, item 51, and item 52. Let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Okay, let's move on to item 17. Just go ahead and vote. I'm sorry, Ms. Rahman, did you have comments on 17?
Yes, just brief comments. I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I think this motion is important, and I know my colleague, Councilmember Koretz, and many of the others who co-presented this with us are also excited about it. We have an incredible amount of biodiversity in our city, but in addition to climate change, a primary driver of wildlife extinction in Los Angeles is actually caused by poorly sited development and the lack of safe wildlife crossings across freeways and roads. I have the honor of representing maybe Hollywood's most beloved resident, Mountain Lion P22. 10 years ago, this mountain lion completed an Odyssey-like journey, crossing the 405, the 101, trekking over 20 miles to reach his new home in Griffith Park. The reality, as demonstrated by P22, is that wildlife does not adhere to jurisdictional boundaries, and we need to let the needs of the environment guide us in both our conservation work as well as our development work. And that's why we need to make sure that all the planning that we're doing in Los Angeles is connected to the investments in additional planning that are being made at the state level. With this action today, we're going to be stating the city's intent to developing a region-wide wildlife and habitat connectivity plan that will encompass LA County and Ventura County. It'll connect the rim of the valley to the LA River and Arroyo Seco and Verdugo and San Gabriel Mountains and beyond. And I want to thank Councilmember De Leon for funding additional planning staff to ensure that this kind of work really does happen. Without those resources, we would not be able to move forward with this. And I hope that all of you will join me in voting yes on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rahman. Let's go ahead and vote on item 17 as amended by Mr. Blumenfield, second by Mr. Bonin. Let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10.
Let's move on to items 18 and 19. Both were called special by Mr. O'Farrell. You want to take 18 up and then move into your comments on 19 as well. Go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, item 18 is regarding a plan and a timeline to end all gas-powered vehicle acquisitions, building appliances, equipment usage, and transition to all-electric components and related matters as it relates to the city of Los Angeles. In moving this item forward, we're making the budgetary and policy decisions to end all fossil fuel-based purchases. A few weeks ago, the LAFD and I unveiled the first ever all-electric fire rig at Fire Station 82, the only one in all of North America. In the coming weeks, months, and years, we'll see all-electric refuse trucks, street sweepers, and everything else in the entire city fleet. Last year, Council adopted my motion, which commits our city to reaching a 100% clean energy grid by 2035. That's just 12 and a half years away. This is following the commendable work that the City of Los Angeles has already done in reducing greenhouse gas emissions to 49% below 1990 levels and achieving a 32% renewable portfolio by 2018, and ranking as the #1 solar city in the United States in recent years. Last year, the council also, our electric vehicle master plan was adopted, which is a major initiative of mine that is so important to all of us. With today's action, the City of Los Angeles will support over 750,000 electric vehicles citywide and the planned installation of over 100,000 electric vehicle chargers by 2030, and all of the great paying union jobs that go with that. Nonetheless, we know there is still more work to do. Without a no gas, no fossil fuel policy, the City of Los Angeles, by definition, would be a major purchaser of fossil fuel energy. However, today's action will end all gas procurement for the City of Los Angeles as we instead choose to fund electrification projects. It calls for a coordinated all-agency policy in order to facilitate the electrification of all city buildings and facilities. We also must ensure that power load needs and on-site building conditions are right for this type of equipment conversion. This policy will direct all departments within the city to stop requesting fossil fuel purchases under the coordination of the city's purchasing agents and the city administrative officer. I'd like to thank all those involved, especially the Bureau of Engineering, Department of Water and Power, General Services Department, Recreation and Parks, Los Angeles World Airports, along with Mr. Krikorian, who is one of the architects of LA 100, for signing on to this ambitious project. This would not be possible without the work of an entire team, including the conservationists around this horseshoe, like Mr. De Leon and Mr. Koretz and others. And with that, Madam President, I ask for an aye vote.
Mr. Krikorian.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to add a couple comments so that we don't lose sight of how important this vote is that we're about to take, thanks to the leadership of Mr. O'Farrell in this motion. This is the first day that we're taking a step towards eliminating fossil fuel use by the City of Los Angeles. That's a remarkable step forward that we shouldn't lose sight of. And further, this motion compels us to make this policy in the best possible way by ensuring that we have reports from every department about how to do this, how to do it effectively, how to do it most quickly, and how to do it in a way that continues to best serve the interests of the people of Los Angeles. It's very much like what we started years ago with LA 100. The easy part is to say, let's reach a goal by X date. That's the easy part. The hard part is figuring out how you make that actually work. And that's what Mr. O'Farrell is doing today, getting us to the point that our goals and our vision for doing this decarbonization is actually real, and it is going to happen. And so I think I just want to applaud him for his efforts, call for your aye vote so that we can get to the business of decarbonizing the entire city of Los Angeles. And I will add, this is an essential step forward, too, in making LA 100 work, because electrification of our fleet, electrification of vehicles, outside of the city's fleet and out in the general public, and electrification of the built environment is absolutely imperative to making LA 100 affordable for everyone, because it is that electrification that's going to allow us to invest in the infrastructure necessary in the most cost-effective way, and that's what the LA 100 studies proved. So it's a very important vote you're about to cast today. I ask for your aye vote.
Mr. De Leon?
Thank you very much, Madam President. I too want to add my comments to both Mr. O'Farrell as well as Mr. Krikorian. I want to recognize your leadership here at the local level because this is where the rubber hits the road. This is where we take conceptually the idea, as Mr. Krikorian just articulated so very nicely, the idea of decarbonizing our economy and how do we delink and decouple carbon from GDP. In other words, how do we actually grow this economy, create real jobs that are tangible and meaningful for Angelinos, create a middle class or a pathway into the middle class, simultaneously reduce our greenhouse gas carbon dioxide emissions as well as our carbon dioxide equivalent. And that's for all Angelinos. The reality is, even though we've had incredible advancements in technologies, we still remain the most polluted city in America when it comes to ozone. That's a reality. Oftentimes, we talk about the issues of crime, which are real issues, they're tangible, that impacts our lives every single day. A lot of folks don't know that we lose more than 2,500 Angelinos, county, region-wide, on an annual basis due to premature deaths because of what we call smog, which quite frankly is poison in the air that our children are breathing into their lungs every single day, or senior citizens and people die due to heart, vascular diseases because of the pollution that they breathe into their lungs. The number one largest polluter are tailpipe emitters, individual cars, could be city fleets as well, and the Port of Los Angeles. So this is where the rubber hits the road. This is the largest, my understanding, program, policy that is real and tangible. While they're pontificating in Washington, D.C., they can only dream of doing what we're doing here locally. We have an opportunity to demonstrate to the rest of the state, the nation, our own Western Hemisphere, as well as the world, with these real tangible policies that have a meaningful impact. This is a very, very important vote to underscore Mr. Krikorian's comments a few days ago, or I should say a few moments ago. This is a very historic, important vote for the city of LA. So thank you very much for the leadership that you have demonstrated on this issue. I feel on the bookends as the author of Senate Bill 100, as the authors of LA 100 at the statewide level, the fifth largest economy in the world, with LA City being another large economy. If we were an independent GDP, we have a real opportunity to revolutionize, if you will, and transform this economy. So ultimately, our children and their children can breathe clean air into their lungs. We can grow this economy, jobs that are real, jobs that are tangible, put people to work on a pathway into the middle class, and ultimately, at the end of the day, it starts with this vote. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. De Leon. We're going to go ahead and take up both items. Madam Clerk, item 18 and 19. Let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the vote. Okay, let's move on to item 25. Let's go ahead and vote on this item. Mr. De Leon?
Yeah, Madam President, just a little earlier today, we circulated a set of amendments. We just reissued a new set of amendments to approve A, B, and strike C.
So there has been a substitute amendment to item 25?
Yes, Madam
Yeah.
President.
So just to clarify, at one point I had read out 3 additions, A, B, and C. So I believe what you're suggesting is C will be removed, but A and B will just as it was.
That's what I just articulated. I thought it was very clear.
Thank you.
I think it needed to be clarified.
Mr. Krikorian?
Happy to either second that or accept it as friendly, whichever is the appropriate procedural.
Accepted as friendly will be fine.
Okay.
Let's keep it friendly for today. Let's go ahead and vote on this item, item number 25, as amended by Mr. De Leon. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Let's move on to item 53 and vote on this item as amended. Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Okay, Madam Clerk, where are we now?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Those are posted and referred. Members, are there any announcements? Mr. O'Farrell.
Thank you so much, Madam President, colleagues. It feels good to be back at the podium here in the gallery. Joining me today is my amazing district director, Marisol Rodriguez, who has been with me for 9 years from my very first day in office in early July of 2013. Now, with Marisol, including many of my staff members and family and friends, are husband Dennis Rodriguez, son Roman Rodriguez. Hi, Roman. Mother Mariah Maria Salguero. Grandmother Imelda Correa. Sister Mariah de la Torre. Sister Esmeralda Salguero, also a veteran from my staff. Niece Celeste Torres. Friend Luisa Acosta, also a former colleague and friend George Magallanes, and a few others that I see as well from Marisol's present and past. I'm glad to be joined by all these family members and friends to recognize Marisol Rodriguez for her service to the 13th Council District, the City of Los Angeles, and its residents. Here's a little bit about Marisol. She is a native Angelino and proud alumna of some of the city's finest educational institutions, including Hamilton High School and USC. USC. Marisol is beloved by her family and friends, as well as the coworkers, constituents, and community partners with whom she has worked since the beginning of her career with the City of Los Angeles. Back in 2008, when I first met Marisol, when she was in the office of Ed Reyes and I was in the office of Eric Garcetti, Marisol has made an incredible, lasting impact on 2 council districts, 1 and 13. In 1, she represented Councilmember Ed Reyes as a field deputy for almost 5 years. And in the 13th, where, as I said, she has served with me from the very beginning. Marisol's civic engagement has extended beyond the city, including serving on the boards of the Metro Gold Line, Foothill Extension Construction Authority, and the Los Angeles Conservation Corps, which we all know and love, where Marisol, as a teen, was an employee of the LA Conservation Corps, where she later served on the board. That does deserve a round of applause. Marisol has a well-deserved reputation for hard work, a whole lot of sass. I just had to throw that in. And for getting things done, including projects at Echo Park Lake, Descanso Drive, the historic Filipino town Eastern Gateway, the Little Armenia Gateway, bringing LA Pride back to Hollywood, and her favorite project, her little boy, Roman. Now, I glossed over those accomplishments They all took years, and lots of blood, sweat, and tears, and finding the money and just making them happen, because that's how you create real change in this city. It takes hard work, and it takes dedicated public servants like Marisol Rodriguez. The city of Los Angeles is incredibly fortunate that Marisol is continuing her public service career at the Bureau of Street Services, Streets LA, where she will use her considerable experience, deep relationships, and penchant for hard work to serve even more Angelenos across our great city. Now, just to add a few things to Marisol's accomplishments over the last 9 years, we have done 79 council members in your corner since I've been in office. 79 times we have gone out to various neighborhoods in the district since 2013, and we've brought resources, graffiti paint-outs, sanitation services, bulky item pickups, cleanups where neighbors come out, constituents, volunteers from across the district join us every single time, no matter what neighborhood it's in, and they become these events. It's not just me knocking on doors and outreaching away from any campaign, and where my office, my team just knocks on doors and say, we're here for you, we're giving back to you. These take organizational efforts. So Marisol has organized 79 council members in your corner since 2013. Marisol helped organize the first ever and profoundly challenging Indigenous Peoples Day celebration right here on the steps of City Hall back in 2018. And that was like moving heaven and earth. It involved my whole team, but Marisol was a huge part of that as well. In addition to the senior resource fairs that we do every year, the fitness challenges that we do every year, sidewalk, street tree, and street improvements, and all of identifying all the funding to make these great things happen in our neighborhoods on behalf of our constituents, and just various special projects that are really too numerous to name. Marisol has been the driving force behind so much of our successes in the field. And with that, I understand we have a very special guest to cue up a video that'd like to speak as well. Mr. Ed Reyes.
Congratulations, Marisol. Congratulations on this next chapter in your life. And more importantly, I want to say thank you for all your hard work for the city, for our neighborhoods that you have been able to address, to provide solutions, to come together with resources, all the families and children that benefit from your hard work. I want to say thank you on their behalf. I wish you the best of luck as you move forward with your familia, with Dennis and the kids, and I look forward to seeing great things come from you as you move on in your career. Councilor O'Farrell and council members, congratulations. Another term is passing, and I wish you the best of luck as well. Take care.
Thank you so much. And so now I would like to invite our special guest and our incredible public servant to say a few words. Marisol Rodriguez.
Thank you, honorable members of the City Council, especially Councilmember O'Farrell, for giving this first-generation Latina from Pico Union the opportunity to serve on your staff. Councilmember, you are the hardest working person on our team, and we've had to make some tough decisions these past few years, but what I know is that successful leaders do not shy away from challenging situations, and you've proven that. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I love the city. And over 13 years ago, when I first became a public servant, I knew this was my calling to help people, and it still is today. I want to thank the 4 generations of family members that I have here today, including my grandmother, Imelda, my sisters, Mireya and Esmeralda, my mother, Mireya, and my niece, Celeste, my son, Roman, my brother, Luis, who's watching from New York, and of course, my husband and my mother-in-law, Kathy, my husband, Dennis. But I really want to highlight my mother, Mireya, because this recognition really is for her. She came here as a young woman crossing the US-Mexico border with no shoes, because those shoes gave out because of the long journey. They barely had any food and water. And she tells me the story, and she says they almost gave up, but they didn't. And so her courage is really inspiring to me, and she taught me to be a strong woman who is not afraid to speak her mind and be quiet and fight for what is right. She raised me and my 3 siblings as a single mother in a rent-controlled, low-income apartment. And so I understand those needs for our families today. As kids, we were amazed at her work ethic, the fact that she could juggle being a housekeeper and sometimes clean 2 houses a day and still manage to pick us up, make a hot meal, and just with the most patient person ever. She told my siblings and I that education was the key to success. And she said that even though she couldn't help us with our homework, she told us to keep learning and keep fighting. And I know she's so proud that I can say today that all of her 4 children are college graduates who have successful careers. Thank you. Thank you. And we're so lucky, my family is so lucky to still have my grandmother Imelda here, who's here in the beautiful pink dress. She is a very young, 84 years old, this July 7th. And she's a fearless woman. She became a US citizen in her 60s. And even today, she goes back to Mexico to advocate for her hometown needs. She goes to the Mexican state government meetings and advocates for her little town, Ibérica, in Michoacán. Mami y abuelita, gracias por todos los sacrificios que ustedes hicieron para que nosotros pudiéramos tener una vida mejor. I want to thank my CD13 family for making my time here so valuable. From bridges to skate parks to cultural monuments, we have done so much, and I'm so proud of the work. A leader is only as strong as his or her team, and we are stronger together, and I'm so proud. And lastly, I'll end with this. A city council office is such a special place to work in. It is a privilege to be on staff of all of you honorable council members. So to my council deputy colleagues, I say that we are all here working towards the same goal. So let's continue to listen to one another, respect one another, despite the difficult circumstances, challenges, or politics that we face. I look forward to working with all of you in my new capacity at Streets LA. Thank you so much.
Oh, another? Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Mr.
so
O'Farrell,
everyone now has a sense of where she gets it.
Yes. Mr.
Right?
O'Farrell, I want to say a few words
Yes,
to
please do.
Marisol. I have seen this amazing woman be a boss lady, not only representing you, sir, but I've seen her take on some really difficult challenges and at times some very aggressive people that have made it their mission to take on strong women like her.
Yep.
And I just want to say to you, Marisol, I've seen your dedication not only as a public servant and someone who served City 13 and City 1, but as a working mom, as a Latina who's continued to break barriers and continue to share in her Mexican heritage. I've seen this woman do it all. And I think it's a tremendous loss for your office, I'm sure. We've talked about this, but I think she's going to do amazing things here in our city. We'll continue to work for our great city, but as someone who has seen Marisol just absolutely work miracles in the field, I can tell you that I cherish her friendship and I admire her tenacity. And I certainly, after knowing your mom's story of how she came to this country, I know exactly where you get her from, a strong mom. Y señora, nomás la quiero felicitar por su hija, por la gran labor de crearla. Es una persona increíble, no nomás como persona, como mamá, pero como una trabajadora pública aquí en la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Muchísimas gracias a usted por sus sacrificios y muchísimas felicidades en una muy bonita familia.
Muchas gracias. Look for me. Picture.
Mr. De Leon?
Okay.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Señora Imelda, igual señora Mireya, la familia de Marisol, en particular, felicidades. You know, your story is amazing. You are a strong Latina woman who is a role model, not just for young girls and young women. You're a role model for young boys and young men, and men in general. You know, you transcend, you know, the color of your skin and your ethnicity to be something that, as Madam President just mentioned a few moments ago, again, just the epitome of who we are as a city of Angelenos. Your story, you know, I've always said that my story, not unique nor original, because it's our story. It's a story of so many families that have come to this country, you know, and to work hard, coming as an undocumented immigrant, como ama de llaves, como limpiando casas, pagando la renta, el techo, agua, luz, etc. And for you, you know, to be district director for City 1, then Councilmember Ed Reyes, our current council member right now for City 13, has done a wonderful job in City 13. The strong relationships that you have created with, you know, Mr. O'Farrell and Mr. Reyes, you know, and now going to street services, that skill set that you're going to bring is just a big, you know, benefit to the city family as a whole. You know, Dennis and, you know, I know Roman, you know, you used to be constituents, you know, residents of CD 14. We miss you very much, you know, but nonetheless, you know, we're very proud, you know, and obviously Mr. O'Farrell was very lucky to have you, you know, for the time being. My understanding is, Marisol, is that two of my staff members used to be under your tutelage, you know, which are Nate Hayward and Sean Starkey. And they were interns, I believe. So I may need you to come back to, you know, come to City 14 to whip them up and put them back in shape, you know. Yeah. But I want to thank you very much, you know, for everything that you've done, and the fact that you'll still be with the city family means a lot. You know, Roman, I think, is a little excited right now, pero, you know, señora Mireya y toda la familia Rodríguez, la señora Imelda, council member, you know, Mitch O'Farrell, you know, Marisol, gracias for everything you've done. Thank you for being who you are, you know, and we're looking forward for everything that you'll do for the city as a whole when it comes to street services. Felicidades. Thank you.
And back to you, Mr. O'Farrell. Mr. O'Farrell, back to you.
So it is bittersweet with a heavy heart, but a very happy heart that we send Marisol to the next phase of her public service career. She's going to make a huge difference in that department because she knows it so well already. And so I just couldn't be more honored and proud to have served alongside you for really more than 9 years. We bonded long before I became council member. And I draw inspiration from my team, people like Marisol, and I learn from my team every single day. They are my teachers. So with that, Marisol, congratulations. You won't be far, but we'll still miss you a little bit. And we're going to try to monopolize you to our benefit every step of the way. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. O'Farrell. Let's give Marisol another round of applause. Members, are there any other announcements? Seeing no other announcements, can we all rise for adjourning motions? Any adjourning motions to my left? Mr. De Leon, do you have one?
Thank you, Madam President. Today is a tough day for one of my staff members, Yareli Diaz. She lost her father, Joel, just 1 year ago. And I bring up this adjournment in memory today because, unfortunately, because of the global pandemic, her family never got to give him the goodbye with all of his extended family and friends that loved him. Joel Diaz was a loving husband and an incredible father to 3 wonderful daughters. He was born on July 13, 1971 in Puebla, so he was so young. While he was still young, he and his family immigrated to Boyle Heights, where he lived the majority of his life. He was the only son in the family, so he grew up with a strong sense of responsibility. When he became a father himself, like many Mexican fathers, he embraced the obligation and duty to provide for his family, or what he called his, quote, princesas. Joel was known to be a hard-working man, working in demolition, which was demanding on the body, and intense labor that took a severe toll. Despite physical strain, he never complained. In fact, he loved his job. But his real passion was singing, specifically singing songs by Joan Sebastian. Every day he would practice to be prepared for any karaoke night around the area, or if he found himself in a restaurant with his family to sing a song for his wife up on the stage. Joel was the life of any room he stepped into. He loved people, and people loved him with his gregarious personality. His proudest accomplishment was not about himself, though. It was seeing his daughters grow up to become hardworking, responsible women. It was seeing his daughters again, seeing them mature with confidence and capability, reassured him that his job had been done, raising his, quote, princesas. And now they were starting their life journeys. In December of 2021, Joel tested positive for COVID-19. He fought for his life as much as he possibly could, but unfortunately he lost his battle 1 year ago today, just weeks before his 50th birthday, so at the age of 49. Like so many of my constituents whose families were shattered by COVID, Joel's loss has left an empty space in the lives of his family and friends, especially for someone who is always bigger than life. As they mourn the 1 year anniversary, we join together to honor his life and to cherish his memory and remind the Diaz family that his legacy continues. May they take comfort in knowing that he's above singing alongside Joan Sebastian like he always dreamt of doing. May he rest in peace.
Thank you, Mr. De Leon. Our condolences to the entire family. Any other adjourning motions, members? You have another? Okay, go ahead.
I have just one more. Colleagues, you know, I like to recognize and call to attention one of the deadliest and most tragic human smuggling incidents in our nation's history that occurred just yesterday in San Antonio, Texas. Yesterday, as we all know, workers in a nearby building heard screams for help, which led them to discover a semi-truck. And inside were dozens of migrants experiencing inhumane, sweltering conditions. 50 were found dead, 50, inside that vehicle, and 2 others died at the local San Antonio hospital. Another 16 people, including 4 children, were found alive and taken away for treatment. Now, these individuals risked everything for the chance to make a future for themselves and their families. What we do know today is they migrated, the majority from Mexico, and then another number of individuals, you know, from Guatemala and Honduras. This horrifying incident underscores the exploitation of some of our hemisphere's most vulnerable people whose conditions in their homelands would motivate them to risk their lives for greater opportunities. In the coming days, we'll probably learn their names and we'll hear their stories through the voices of those they leave behind, and we'll see footage of their funerals. Some of us here already know the challenging lives that they face, which led to this tragic end. We know that they fled their native homelands due to violence. The vast majority of those weapons semi-automatic weapons, handguns, long guns, they all come to the United States of America, and they migrate to the South due to our voracious appetite for drugs that we have on this side of the border. And they pay the consequences where they live, and they migrate to the United States of America. But we've had the animus of anti-immigrant attitudes towards them, have not realized an immigration reform package in almost close to 40 decades. Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, and we're not going to count Donald Trump, but 4 presidents who could not even figure out, when they had a Democratic majority, how to land an immigration deal for the millions of people who built this economy. And this is a byproduct of the results of the Congress who cannot get their act together yet. And just a few weeks ago back, we had the Western Hemispheric Summit of the Americas. And quite a few number of presidents decided not to attend and not join that summit because of some internal controversies with the Biden administration. Nonetheless, to me, it's not about being a Democrat or Republican or points in between. It's about doing everything that we can within our power to make sure that these types of tragic deaths do not occur again. 50 human beings' lives were lost. We need the Congress to step up and do what's right to create the human condition. Last thing I'm going to say, World War II, we had the Marshall Plan. After Japan and Nagasaki and Hiroshima, we invested in Japan to make Japan the 3rd largest GDP on planet Earth, Germany the 4th largest GDP on planet Earth. But with our own Western Hemisphere, with weak democratic institutions being the executive, judicial, and legislative, that is the end result of what we have happening today in this country. And we, as a society, benefit from the nannies, to the housekeepers, to the hotel workers, to the gardeners, to the cooks, and folks like, Yareli's father, today, Joel, who worked in demolition. Those are the workers today that build this economy. So with that, I thank you very much for your indulgence, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. De Leon. Any other adjourning motions, members? Seeing no others, our meeting is adjourned.